Durban-born hip-hop artist Zakwe has played a phenomenal part in the development of poetry and hip-hop in the country. He's arguably one of the most respected hip-hop artists in the country, having been in the industry for over a decade. His first mixtape, Streetwise, got rave reviews, and since then he's continued to deliver music to the masses. This year, the multi-award-winning artist came out with his third studio album titled Cebisa, which has already reached gold status with over 2 million streams. He joins us now via Zoom to tell us more about his album. A very good morning to you. Thank you so much for joining us, Zakwe. Welcome to Morning Live.
Thank you so much, man. How you guys doing?
We are all good, and it's so great having you on the show this morning. You have been in the industry for quite a number of years now. How have you managed to stay relevant when so many artists have just gone off the radar?
Yeah, I wouldn't say there's actually like a certain formula, but for me, it's always been trying to remain true to the movement, to the hip hop movement, to the culture, and make sure that I live up to what you call rap, because rap is rhythm and poetry. So regardless of the change of sound, but Zakwe remains the same in terms of delivering the content, in terms of being black conscious, delivering the message that people relate to. So for me, it's always been the content that remains the same, but the sound always changes.
You came up with your album Cebisa this year. Take us through that project and who you worked with to bring it together.
Yeah, Cebisa is very close to my heart. It's actually my third studio album. I love it so much because I was there in terms of mixing, the mastering, selection of features. I worked with two close producers, which was Suspect and XYs. And then in terms of the features, there's a lot of guys. There's Doggy T, there's Double HP and Pro Kid, RIP to the Kings. There's Umzulu, my brother. There's MPK, there's Musiholic. There's a lot of guys. What I did is that when it comes to vocalists, I used people that were not that known. And when it comes to the features of rhyming and rapping, I used people that were very dominant and very known. So it's a balance of two.
What many don't know, Zakwe, is that you studied IT before branching into music full-time. Why this decision?
Yeah, man. I always loved computers, but when I got there, it's cool, and I couldn't resist, It was back in 2007. I was at DUT. There were shows called the Blazing Friday hip hop shows. I was always there, and then the love grew, when people were always saying, I know, cool, and then I was like, nah, man, I have to leave, because at the end of the day, I did love IT. I did love computers, but when I got into IT, the binaries and everything that happened there, it was like, nah, this is not me. I just wanted to do the hardware, and then that's how I left IT and then joined hip hop to the fullest.
And many people permanently move to Johannesburg to somehow make it in the music industry, but then you've decided to remain firm to your KZN roots. Why is this?
To be quite honest, it wasn't a decision that I sat down and thought about, But after some time, I really felt like it assisted me, Tessa Kambiskat and Babus Tole from Native Rhythms was like, nah, remain in Durban, do your thing there. Big Nas are doing it, DJ Data is doing it, And then I was like, yeah, man, if you throw a stone in a dam, you'll see the ripples move to the dam, to the ends of the dam, So for me, it was like, I can do this while I'm here, and we actually did it because the first album actually sold gold too, So it's very needed in the industry that you remain true to what you know what I mean? Because when I go to Joburg, I just go to work and then come back and yeah.
Yeah. So how would you like your fans to consume your music in terms of the message that is encapsulated in that music? And what is it that you want to take away after listening to your music?
What I strongly believe in is that as an artist, as we are musicians, the music that we make should actually become a benchmark of what is happening around that time. When you listen to my music, when you listen to Batinya Toma, you'll be like, I remember, man, at this time, this is what was happening in SA. If you're talking about songs that you release now and you're talking about COVID-19, you're talking about gender-based violence, when comes 2025, people will be like, I remember this song. He released this song at this time. So the music that we make is actually a benchmark of us living life and experiences that we go through. So for me, the music that I make hits home because I always talk about the things that people really want to hear. You know, not just the Lokshini, but the black consciousness, reminding you how powerful we are as black people. You know, we can use that in a certain way. If you know, so for me, Latina is SA as a whole. My music is all about that.
Yeah, and what can we expect from you for the remainder of the year?
Yeah, next month we're actually releasing a mixtape. I started what you call the KZN Lockdown Cypher, where I have MCs from HOZini to Mtwalume, you know, to PMP, Wamashu. We combine together and we're now doing this mixtape, which is a mixtape that I'm executive producing. It's going to drop now in October. And then I'm releasing a collabo album with my boy Dan Ken. It's going to be released in November. Get ready for that album.
All right, Zakwe, you're going places, man. Thank you so much for chatting to us and all the best in your music.
Appreciate it. Thank you so much to the fans for the album Going Gold. Appreciate it so much. Thank you.
Great stuff. That was Zakwe talking to us about his new album, Cebisa, which came out earlier this year.